Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today, I want to do something a little bit different, as I say in almost every single one of my videos at this point, it feels like. But today, we're just going to be doing a little bit of a vlog where I want to talk to you guys face-to-face a bit about some stuff that's been on my mind recently. So recently, I have not been having a good week. I think I mentioned that in like a number of videos, maybe in like one or two of my videos earlier this week, but I've just not been having a good week this week. I've been struggling with a lot of stuff in general, a lot of real life stuff, and I'm not typically very good at juggling real life stuff on top of like everything that I want to do with YouTube or do with League of Legends or do with whatever video game I'm currently in, like immersed into. I'm not very good at juggling real life stuff along with it. Recently, specifically, I'll give you guys some specifics. Like, recently, I've been struggling a lot with uncertainty. Uncertainty is, like, a really scary thing for me on a bunch of different levels. Like, I've been super uncertain at certain points about YouTube, about my career, about being a YouTuber is the most uncertain thing that you can probably get into, because as a YouTuber, you don't know how long this is going to last or what you're doing with your life, in a sense. That question that people always ask you, what can you, 5 years down the road, what do you see yourself doing? You can never really answer that. I could be homeless, I could be PewDiePie, I could be anything in between. Being just a YouTuber alone is a super uncertain thing, especially when you rely on YouTube as your sole method of income. I don't really want to talk about money in this video. I might actually ramble a little bit about money in a future video, but uncertainty is just something that's sort of been crushing me recently, as scary as that might sound. Uncertainty about a number of different things, about stuff related to my career, about stuff related to my life, like where I'm gonna live. That's something that I've been really uncertain about for a really long time, honestly. A lot of you guys know I lived in Seattle for like a year, but then I moved back to Cincinnati and lived with family when there's a giant family emergency. And now I don't really know. I feel a little bit too attached to home, but at the same time I want to go back to Seattle, and at the same time, I want to live a bunch of other places, and I want to travel more often, but, I mean, I don't want to ramble too much, but, like, there's a lot of really, really uncertain things that always pop up in my life, and recently it's just sort of gotten to me. But recently, I've also been playing a lot of video games, and video games have sort of opened my eyes to how much they can help a person, especially in your childhood and your young adulthood. So a bunch of games I've been playing recently. I've been playing Animal Crossing, actually, which is not a game that I ever really grew up playing. The first one I ever played is the latest one, New Leaf, but just little games like that where I can pick up and play them for, like, you know, maybe an hour or so each a day. I've just been immersing myself in so many video games, single-player games, multiplayer games, and of course the big one being the MMO RuneScape that I picked up a couple of days ago, which, again, I've mentioned this like 5 times now in the past week alone, but I played RuneScape for 6 years, which I've been playing League for 5. It's been a very big part of my life, and it's really kind of reminded me how nice it is that video games provide such a great escape from the real world. When you're a young adult, especially, after you've graduated high school and when you're in your late teens or early 20s or even your late 20s, like all throughout your 20s especially, I think, there's like this giant transitioning period into becoming an adult. And I don't mean going to college, I don't mean getting your own place, or I don't mean like just moving out of your parents' basement or whatever. I mean like becoming an adult is a really, really gigantic thing that every person has to deal with, right? You have to learn about responsibilities, the responsibilities of everyday life, of how to take care of yourself, how to pay your taxes, how to do a number of different things. And it feels really suffocating to think that you might lose what you've been, if that makes sense. It feels really scary that as you become an adult and as you take on all the responsibilities of being an adult, the thought that you might lose whatever it is that made you who you were as a kid, as a teenager. And that's something that I think video games do a really great job of helping you out with. Going back and playing RuneScape especially, or any of the games that I used to play when I was a kid, is a really therapeutic experience, because it's a really nice way to, like, connect with all of these video games that really shaped me into the kind of person that I am. I would be a different person if I never played video games growing up, and they've really helped me become who I am And whenever I feel like I'm starting to lose that, or I'm a little bit scared or uncertain about the future, or what kind of person I might be changing into, or if I'm losing any part of myself that I don't want to lose, if any of this is making sense, it's really nice to be able to pick up old video games like that and then get a little bit of a reminder, a little bit of connection to your past and everything that you have been in life beforehand, everything that has sort of led up to you being the human being that you are now. Being able to reconnect with your roots in that way is something that's really nice, and that's something that I've been doing a little bit of recently. And because of that, I've been a little less focused on League of Legends, a little less focused on my YouTube channel, and you guys might see some of those kinds of videos, or some videos that kind of reflect that in the future. But I just wanted to go ahead and ramble about this for a little bit today, and I want to go ahead and say sorry if any of the videos I've been making this past week-ish, if any of them have fallen in quality, because my mind has not been 100% on YouTube, and that's something that I've always thought that, like, whatever success I find on YouTube is because of hard work and dedication and a 100% focus on trying to be the best YouTuber I can be. So whenever I feel like I'm losing that, or if I'm only giving 50% or 75% or whatever to YouTube, then I'm like, damn, okay, this is probably affecting my content. I really should get my act together. But this is something that I've also felt is kind of important to sort of make sure I'm okay with the life that I'm living and sort of okay with who I am. I don't know, this might sound really weird or cringy or something, but I just wanted to ramble about this with you guys for today. I've sort of contemplated like taking a few days off to stop making videos, but at the same time, I don't want to do that. Whenever I think about doing that, I think that, no, this is something that if I really am, like in yesterday's video, if I really do want to start opening up myself a little more to my audience and sort of opening up who I am, the kind of personality I am, and opening up my life to you guys with the format that being a daily video maker sort of gives you, then this is the best time to make videos. Hopefully I can connect with you guys on a certain level whenever I have sort of rough patches like this, and hopefully you guys can still like my videos. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching today's video. I will, of course, see you all tomorrow with hopefully something that's a little more substantial. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.